Xiaomi has revealed a bunch of new products at MWC 2025, one of those being... Thank you. The Xiaomi Pad 7. There's also a Pro model that we took for our review, so keep your eyes peeled for that. With tablets being used as go-to option for a new work device or for watching your favorite shows with a bigger display, you might be wondering, is the Xiaomi Pad 7 the one for you? Or you might be like me who owns a Xiaomi Pad 6 and wonders if you should upgrade. Hi guys, it's CJ here of Yuga Tech. Let's take a deep dive into the Xiaomi Pad 7 and see how it fares with everyday use. Let's go! On the outside, the Xiaomi Pad 7 retains the same design from its predecessor. It's made with the same unibody aluminum chassis that the Pad 6 also has. Our review unit comes in the green colorway, but there's also blue and gray options. The design is very minimal, which is a given with Xiaomi devices. You can spot the Xiaomi branding on the top left corner of the device and other watermarks on the bottom. There's also the square camera island at the top right side. For I/O, the tablet offers 4 speakers, an IR blaster, a mic, and USB Type-C port. The volume buttons can be found on the top, while the power button is located on the left side. There's no IP rating on this tablet, so dropping it might be a bad idea. I recommend having it on the case to keep this guy safe than not having one. Moving on to the display, the Pad 7 has an 11.2-inch IPS LCD panel. You get 3.2K resolution, up to 144Hz refresh rate, and 800 nits of peak brightness. Although it gives a fair viewing experience, it is still an LCD screen, so you won't get those deeper blacks and vivid colors. They are slightly washed out and the bezels are a bit on the thicker side. A few of us here in Yuga Tech are a bit irked by it. Either way, it won't stop you from having a satisfactory time when watching movies with this guy. The Pad 7 comes with Dolby Vision, Pro HDR, and HDR10. For audio, the tablet offers quad stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support. It can go up to 200% of volume according to the tablet, and they're pretty loud. It's got decent bass, great highs and mids, and amazing clarity. Besides keeping up to date with my favorite streamers and YouTubers, I've also used it for listening to music and podcasts while I work. When it comes to biometrics, you only get face unlock here. That's right folks, there isn't a fingerprint sensor here on this tablet, so take note of that if you were looking for it. Listen, for cameras, this isn't the best asset of the Xiaomi Pad 7, but in my opinion, most tablets out there struggle with this too. The Xiaomi Pad 7 keeps the same sensors from its predecessor. You have a 13 megapixel on the rear and an 8 megapixel for your selfie camera. From our experience with the device, the rear camera offers decent color reproduction, but it isn't the best at capturing details when zooming in. Meanwhile, the front camera works as intended. It's a bit grainy, but it can register and capture the subject well. I can see users making the most out of this for video calls, joining online classes, or meetings though. We'll leave our sample shots here for the viewers to see how the camera is. While it doesn't have the best cameras, the Xiaomi Pad 7 makes up for it with its processor. It's powered by a chipset that was launched back in March 2024. The Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3. Although it's not running on the latest Snapdragon chips, it still doesn't disappoint. It's able to hit around 1.4 million in Antutu and maxed out its scores on the 3D Mark Wildlife test. It even has a 95.3% instability when running the Wildlife Extreme Stress test. So you can be sure that graphic-intense titles like Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, and one of the latest games out right now, Tribe 9, can run just fine on the Pad 7. I did experience some heat on the top part of the tablet while playing, even for a short amount of time, so you might want to keep note of that. There was a moment where it gets too hot and I had to set it down first. It does get a bit slow every now and then, but only when it comes to running multiple apps and floating windows. The tablet also has memory extension available of up to 12 gigabytes. This increases your 8 gigabytes of RAM to a total of 20 gigabytes of RAM. For software, the Xiaomi Pad 7 runs on the latest HyperOS 2 based on Android 15. It's very similar to the HyperOS 1 if you compare their UI design. There are smooth animations and more customization options available here in the HyperOS 2. Xiaomi's introduced Xiaomi Hyper AI with this operating system. You can find Gemini and AI App Boost here. These include AI writing, art, interpreter, speech recognition, subtitles, search, and the ability to interpret conversations with AI. There's also the usual features here like a side toolbar, floating windows, workstation, memory extension, and second space. You also have circle to search here, but it oddly doesn't work on our review unit for some reason. With workstation, you get an almost desktop experience here in this mode. Multiple apps in floating windows will happen here and can only go up to 4 windows. There are 2 types of keyboard accessories that Xiaomi has for the Pad 7. You have the normal keyboard and the one called a focus keyboard. For instance, this is a focus keyboard. The latter essentially has a touchpad similar to that of a laptop. Combining the focus keyboard and the tablet together makes it feel like you have a lighter laptop on the go. So, if I do this, beep. There we go. Artists who are looking for a new tablet to use for drawing may consider the Xiaomi Pad 7. With the stylus that you can pair it with, it has great palm rejection while you draw and write on the Mi Canvas app. So, both the keyboard and pen attach to the tablet thanks to magnets. They snap on the device and feel snug enough to not move that much when shaken. So if I go, it's still fine, it's still stuck. Connectivity-wise, the tablet supports the latest Wi-Fi 7, but it doesn't have any cellular connectivity models available. For battery, the Pad 7 is juiced up by an 8,850 mAh battery while having 45-watt turbocharging support. It gives a decent battery life, being able to last for almost the whole day. For context, I used the tablet to catch up on my dailies in Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves. I also watched my favorite streamers and did some work here and there. In our PC Mark battery test, the tablet garnered a total of 12 hours and 27 minutes. That said, we can easily use the tablet once more as it takes about an hour to fully charge. I want to point out though that the Xiaomi Pad 7 doesn't come with a charging brick, so you have to provide your own. It does come with a Type-C cable though. Xiaomi has yet again delivered with the Pad 7. It's great for those who are in the market to grab a tablet in 2025 or a new work device. With that out of the way, how much would the Xiaomi Pad 7 set you back? The Xiaomi Pad 7 has an SRP of 19,999 pesos for the 128GB variant, while the 256GB model goes for 21,499 pesos. Meanwhile, for the Xiaomi Pad 7's accessories, the Xiaomi Pad 7 cover has a price tag of 1,049 pesos. The normal keyboard is priced at 2,449 pesos, while the Focus keyboard sets you back 4,899 pesos. For the stylus, it costs 4,499 pesos. And that wraps up our review for the Xiaomi Pad 7. What do you guys think? Are you planning to get it yourself? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this content helpful and informative, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to get notified of our future uploads. Follow us on our socials and visit ukitech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been CJ and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye! See you later!